Hi guys, welcome to the State of Crypto, your one-stop for all crypto-related news. I am your host Martin. This is episode 16, Binance Hack, Bitcoin Dump Inbound, and ZCOIN in Thailand. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. This is all for entertainment and education purposes only. Please do your own research before you purchase or invest into any cryptocurrency or digital asset. Now, if you're catching this from live, welcome. And if you're catching the replay and have any suggestions, please make sure you leave us a comment below. If you want to keep up to date with the latest crypto-related news, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button and that bell so you're notified when we go live. And if you want to keep the discussion going once the stream is done, you can join us on our Discord. The link is also in the description. Now, guys, some of you might not know the format that we're going with. We do news for the main crypto industry. Then we look at charts for the main crypto industry. Then we do Bitcoin news, then move on to Bitcoin charts. And so on for every cryptocurrency, right? If there's anything else after the last crypto chart that we analyzed, we do it in other articles that were relevant. And so with that out of the way, we're going to move into the news for today. Now, Coinone, a South Korean crypto exchange, has released their set of criteria for crypto projects to be listed there. And they are basically the following, right? They're going to check sustainability of the business models. They're going to check the transparency of the governance, token distribution plan, visions and value, market size, use case, team formation, roadmap, achievement rate, and marketability. Now, the projects must have a South Korean market-focused business plan, as their platform will mainly, or most of their customers are mainly South Korean citizens, right? So they're really looking to have it, basically most business plans being South Korean centric, let's say. Now that's the only news we found for the whole cryptosphere right now. We're gonna move on to total market cap and see where we're standing at. Market cap yesterday, we closed at 260.79 billion. Which was 1% below the from the previous day. Now remember, yesterday closing was 2 hours ago, right? Crypto market closed around 7 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. So today, right now, trading at 260 billion, minus 0.16%. Now on to Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance yesterday closing at minus 0.38% from an opening of 70.27, closing at 70.01, with Bitcoin right now still dominating and sitting at 70.01, which puts it neutral with yesterday's closing. So right now, not going up, not going up. Movement in the last 2 hours has been very minimal. A little bit up, a little bit down, but right now sitting at, let's say, break even. If anyone's in the chat, can I get a mic check? Make sure the audio is coming out good. You know, yesterday apparently we were having an issue with the mic, and I'm hoping that we got it fixed right now. I'm actually playing around with it a little bit, see if everything's good. All right, so on to the Bitcoin news, right? Now there are some worries on the market regarding a possible Bitcoin dump, as scammers have moved a significant amount of Bitcoin into exchanges. Now, it is estimated that when the scammers took the money, they basically scammed people for 70,000 Bitcoins and 800,000 Ethereum. Now, this builds up a little bit on the article that we covered yesterday, and we're actually going to put a link up here. And we stated that the police couldn't have caught some of the scammers, but they couldn't access the wallets because they were multi-signature, and that basically some of the scammers are still at large, so they cannot access the funds, so they can do a rollback. Now, apparently 633 Bitcoin have been moved to the Huobi exchange, and let's see what happens there, right? I mean, people are afraid that this 633 might just be dumped on the exchange, making the price of Bitcoin crash a little bit. It's still yet to be seen, but be warned that it is a possibility. Now, on other Bitcoin news, we have this one. This one came out yesterday. I didn't want to cover it to not make that stream too long, but it seems fair that we cover it today. Right now, this is and someone else put it on this article right now. It basically states that an investor sold 800 Bitcoin in 2015 to buy a house, and basically 3 years later he sold his house. So last year he sold his house, and with the money he sold, he was only able to purchase 50 Bitcoin. That's how much the price has increased, right? Now, basically, people have told him that he's crazy for selling his house. Uh, he states that the only regret he has is having sold his Bitcoin back in 2015. And he goes on to mention that basically the real estate market is garbage to invest in right now compared to Bitcoin. Now we're going to go on to the Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin right now on the daily having a little bit of negative momentum, right? We're sitting at 10,193. Yesterday we basically closed with a large red candle of basically lost 1.56% of the value. Now we're gonna look at this other chart where we have a little more clear picture. We're still trading on this chart within the 50% and 75% range of this equidistant channel, right? And right now we basically traced it here, so we can play around with it a little bit more. And if we go on the 4-hour, we are gonna be able to see somewhat. Yesterday we had traced this and we said it might be a triangle, right? But we had too few touch points. Right now we can actually move this a little bit, have a little bit better touch points over here and here, and we can see that we are within this triangle. Right now we made this could be not confirmed yet, but it could be a lower high right here, right, as we're consolidating sideways a little bit. So high, higher high, low, higher low, higher low. It will put us on a small uptrend. Right now oscillators are sitting relatively neutral. RSI sitting around 40, a little bit sold but not too much, and MACD going back to neutral slightly. On the 1 hour, let's see what's happening, because on the daily we can see that basically we're doing negative momentum. How we're starting to probably plateau and maybe start moving to a little bit positive momentum, or decreasing that negative momentum. And RSI is also sitting at 43, so not much on the indicators right now. And on the 1 hour we can see this, right? It's a little bit more clear. Low, higher low, higher low, high, higher high. And right now still yet to be seen if we're gonna make another higher high here. But apparently we're starting to curve a little bit. Could be one of these things like here, we're starting to curve a little bit and then pump up. Let's wait and see what happens. But on the oscillators, nothing out of the ordinary either. So right now we could keep on moving sideways a little bit more, and it wouldn't be anything out of the ordinary. Now on to Ethereum news. Now, Engine is a blockchain gaming startup, and they're basically the people behind an Ethereum-based Engine coin. They announced their partnership with Hashport, which is an accelerator with focus on blockchain industry, basically. With this, they expect that with this partnership with Hashport, Engine will have a better platform in Japan for the payments and within the gaming industry. And this is important because in Japan they have 67 million gamers, making it the world's third largest country for gaming. And it is estimated that these gamers have made purchases upwards of 19.2 billion on gaming items, right? So that could be in-game items, regular purchases, etc. Now we're gonna look at Ethereum chart, and then we're gonna move on to the Ripple chart, and then to the Litecoin chart, because we didn't find any good news regarding Ripple and Ethereum. So bear with us for a second, and then we're gonna move on to Binance news. We have news regarding Binance, so stay with us real quick, and we're gonna look at these charts, right? Ethereum yesterday gained some dominance, 1.16%. However, right now losing 0.12% dominance. Right now we can see the dominance has been in a downtrend. No signs of upturning and gaining more market cap right now. More of that market cap pie. So let's go look at what the price of Ethereum is doing. Ethereum right now sitting at 185.04 cents. Trading with this idea we made yesterday, right, of a maybe a broadening wedge of some sort. Very parallel, not much going on there. However, on the shorter term, let's look at the 4 hours, right? We can see we're still within this channel we traced, and we could also do one of these triangles we were doing with Bitcoin. However, here we can see that we're not making higher highs like we were doing with Bitcoin. We're just making higher lows and lower highs, putting us into this small triangle. Bollinger Bands contracting a lot. Hopefully there will be some large movement coming in, exploding up or down. Right now on the oscillators we can't see much either. Right now making positive momentum and sitting at 39 on the RSI on the 4 hour. On the daily we were sitting, starting to make, decreasing that negative momentum and sitting very low on the RSI. So 32.10. There's still lots of room for price action to move to the upside and move on to more neutral or even overbought territory, right? So let's wait and see what develops here. As we can see on the daily, yesterday was very little movement, right? Lots of indecision. It basically opened and closed at it opened at 185.50 and closed at 185.51. So you just moved 1 cent up in the whole day. Right now moving a little bit more towards the downside. However, day just starting. Let's see what happens later on. And look at the, if we look at the 1 hour, we can see what we were talking about, right? It's just very, very flat. Not a lot of price action. Not much going on. Momentum is stagnating. It looks very, very close to zero, right? Like market doesn't know where to go right now. There's no making any signals of strong moves to the upside or downside. However, the only indicator or indication we have right now is this main channel we traced, which would put us on a downward trend right now. On to Ripple dominance. Ripple dominance, as we can see, doing the same thing as Ethereum yesterday. Had a positive day, going up 2.85%. Right now, having a negative day. Very small negative, losing very little market dominance right now, 0.06%. Let's go on to the price of Ripple. Ripple sitting at 0.264 cents right now. Basically not doing much in these 2 hours. We can see we're very neutral as well. Let's look at the 4 hour candles, and as we can see right now with Ripple, we broke out of the structure, not breaking back in. These wicks make it a little bit weird to chart whether or not they should be considered touch points or not. I think I have another graph here with Ripple, and I have a down sloping channel ignoring these long wicks, which could be just FOMO, right? And deciding to ignore them, and actually ignoring these part of the wicks as well, just basically touching body candles, right? Not wicks, so we can make it more representative. And we can see that if this is to be true, then we are trading in the lower part of this down sloping channel. If we go on the 1 hour, we're gonna be able to see the same thing with Ethereum, right? We had a contraction of the Bollinger Bands, broke to the upside, starting to do some sideways consolidation, small movement up, however consolidating still sideways. Not much happening, not a lot of action right now, and basically it's the same. Like momentum's very close to neutral, and we're in the 1 hour at least, we're sitting a little bit bought at 52.92. It's not much, it's very neutral. So on the 4 hours, we can see we are sitting around the 40 mark, 39.17, which would put us a little bit sold, but still within neutral territory and lots of room to move to the upside. However, these oscillators on the MACD seem to be stagnating a little bit. We're flatlining our momentum, which could bring us into some negative momentum, right, or decrease in our positive momentum. Let's see what happens there as the day keeps on developing, right? I mean, there hasn't been much to chart lately, or to make any big, or to be able to chart anything that would show us a kind of impact. Right now, it's just basically indecision. And we said we're gonna jump into Litecoin as well, right? So Litecoin daily. Litecoin yesterday lost some market cap, losing 1.83%, losing right now 0.26%, sitting at 1.75 now. Price of Litecoin sitting at 72.27. Still within this downsloping channel we traced, not moving out of it. On the 4 hours, let's see what we have. Some wicks that have gone out of the channel. We could always readjust for those. For right now, we're going to leave it as it seems to be holding at some sort of support for the structure we traced. So we can say we are in a downsloping channel. However, Litecoin behaving very differently than its counterparts, right? Every other alt, it's moving sideways. And Litecoin, we can see that we're just basically jumping and kissing that downsloping line every time. Low, lower, low, lower, low. Right? Ripple. We had Ripple, right? Sideways. Right? Not much. Ethereum, the same. This is basically moving sideways, right? Litecoin losing some, losing basically price action, putting it on a downtrend. Here we could probably draw a different downsloping channel. Besides this large one that we drew, we'll probably do something like this maybe. We're gonna ignore this very long wick, and I don't like this one. So we can draw something else here. Right, this could make sense, right? Like a down sloping. This would put it at a very neutral triangle, right? But if we ignore this long wick, which was from FOMO as we stated, we could have something like this. So a down sloping sort of triangle. Let's see what plays out with Litecoin, right? Not much going on right now. Not much to chart with. On to the Binance news. Binance, if you have an iPhone and you wanted to get your hands on the iOS app for Binance, now you can. It got taken out of the App Store for last month for about a month, and it was due to a revision process, but now it's back up. So if you wanted to get it, now you can go get it. Also, on other Binance news, this article, I don't believe it that much. It just basically says that alts can, or we know that alts have not been doing well, as we just saw on the graphs. However, this says that alts can start doing better once Binance US launches, and apparently it's gonna breathe a magic air of life into the altcoin market, right? The article, what basically they're saying is that users of Binance, of the main Binance platform, have been taking out their altcoins and they have been selling because basically American Binance users are going to be kicked out as the new Binance Jersey comes in, so they can then join Binance Jersey, which complies with everything that the US wants for Binance. And basically what the article is saying is that if they've been selling, so basically they're going to go buy back in. Now, some of the questions that I have, it's, yeah, it's fine. If you want to believe that, that's fine. But why aren't people moving the money to their wallets, or why aren't they moving the not the money, the cryptos, to their wallets, or why aren't they not shifting their cryptos into other exchanges, right? Why are they taking it out? It wouldn't, to me, it wouldn't make sense. I would have just shifted it to another exchange, because then I could have kept on trading, or I would have taken it out into my wallet if I wanted to keep the crypto the way I have it. To me, it didn't make sense that they're basically selling it, withdrawing the dollars so they can then go buy them again. I mean, if it does, then that's fine, right? And even if some people sold it, I'm not sure how many people are selling their altcoins. So I'm not sure if that movement is going to be strong enough to kickstart the altcoins to a upward movement, right? And as we said yesterday, Binance Jersey platform set hopefully to release in approximately 2 months if everything goes according to plan. On to other news. Yesterday we covered an article regarding an ethical hacker who hacked the Binance Jersey's Twitter account. Now, Binance rewarded the hacker with a security bug bounty. They didn't state how much money they were going to give him. However, they stated that the hacker was collaborative and honest throughout the communication, and they were able to recover the Twitter account quite easily. And it's going to bring us, I want to link it to the other article, right? This other article, we covered it yesterday. I don't want to go into detail, and I'm just going to use it to make another point. Now, on the Binance hack, the one, not the one from yesterday, but the one that took the KYC data of some of the clients, we reported yesterday that the hacker was threatening again to release more KYC data. Why are we mentioning it, right? Well, because Binance is making a really good point right now. Someone hacked their Twitter and they came clean and they say they're doing it to help, and they gave him a reward. Now this guy, he took KYC data, and basically Binance saying we're not going to give into it, right? Like, the guy came and demanded 300 Bitcoin payment. Binance said no. The guy released data. Now he basically just lost the upper hand because now he doesn't have anything. Well, he has some other data hidden. But Binance already made it clear that they're not going to pay him. So he can go and release all the data he wants, and they're not going to do anything, right? I mean, they set a really good example. We're going to pay the good hackers. We're not going to give into threats and extortion. And that's a pretty good way to set up a business, right? I mean, they're probably, if another hacker comes and takes data, and they already established this, the hacker's not going to want to get it. Now, this hacker probably could have gone back to Binance and negotiated something like, hey, look, I got this data. There was weakness. I can show you how or where so you can cover it. Now, he didn't act that way. He's just barking right now for attention. At least that's what I feel, right? If he's gonna release the data, he should just release it. He shouldn't be saying, Twitter, oh, I'm gonna release more data. I'm gonna release more data. Who cares? Binance already did not pay the first time. They're not gonna pay the second time. Why does he just want to keep on getting attention, right? That's all he wants, attention. Period. The money, let's say, is secondary now. And basically Binance doesn't care that he releases, so he can release all he wants for all Binance cares, right? Now on to the Binance chart. On the daily, Binance losing a little bit of dominance right now, 0.10%. Yesterday, Binance lost. Wait, this is Binance price. Oh, we're on Litecoin, sorry. Binance dominance, here we go. Yeah, losing 0.10%. Yesterday, it won a little bit of dominance, sitting at plus 65% dominance yesterday. Plus 0.65, sorry, percent dominance. Right now, price of Binance sitting at $27.31. Still within the structures we traced, within this downtrend, within this triangle, apparently. Let's look at the 4 hours and see how we're sitting. Yeah, we're still within this triangle structure. We can shift it a little bit to make it fit better on the 4 hour. Here we go. So let's say this triangle is holding, and as we can see, price is contracting. Bollinger Bands are also trying to contract a little bit, and basically low, higher, low, higher, low, high, lower, high, lower, high, making us into a triangle and within a down channel, right, in a down sloping channel. RSI sitting right now at 41.60, and momentum starting to go into the neutral on the 4 hour. On the daily, sorry, on the hour, let's see what we're sitting at. Some negative momentum starting to decrease. However, building a new bar of negative momentum. Hopefully this will die out, and then we can start seeing some positive momentum build. On the RSI, sitting around 45 or 44.99. As we can see, still within this channel. When I switch from the 4 hour to the hour, everything shifts, right? So it doesn't seem to respect anything, but we can see that we have all these touch points. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there we go. 3. And on the bottom, we are still touching everything. So it's good. Nothing else developing, right? I mean, this seems to be about it. High, or so sorry, the lows that we set and the highs that we set. We have to wait and see what else develops, and it's probably going to depend on what Bitcoin does next. Bitcoin's going to mark the rhythm of the market, right? Bitcoin being 70% of the market, it's whatever Bitcoin does, everyone else will follow. Now, on to the last piece of news we found. ZCOIN now became the first cryptocurrency that can be used nationwide in Thailand. There are 5 million merchants registered that can use it, and they will use it via a Thai QR code that is generated through the system Satang, or the app Satang. Now, this app also will allow any of the 50 million individuals that already register with a prompt payment account to use ZCOIN to make the day-to-day purchases with the local merchants. These purchases can be online or in store. They will be real time, and it's just basically scanning the QR code. The transactions are quickly. They're instantaneous, and merchants get paid in local fiat. Now, it's basically like in China using WeChat or Alipay, and yeah, merchants don't want to take the crypto because one, they don't want to be exposed to the exchange rates, and two, they don't want to be doing conversions every time they're gonna get paid. So they much rather get paid in fiat, as probably all the expenses they have to do to purchase the goods are also done in fiat. They basically don't want to risk losing any money. However, it's kind of nice that people can pay with Zcash on through that app. I'm assuming they also have a form of digital fiat they can use, like just recharging their phone or transferring funds to their what do we call it, Satang, yeah, Satang account, and then be able to pay with fiat or with crypto. Yep, it's nice. Anyway, guys, happy Saturday. That's all we have for today. Thank you for watching. If you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you're notified. And if you believe that the information that we're producing here is of value to you and your friends, make sure you let them know we're here. We really want to get this community going. That's all for today, man. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Good night.